Hey everybody, my name is Cindy Taylor. I'm an occupational therapist with Carolina Therapy Connection, and I'm here today to talk all about sensory bins. Sensory bins is such an amazing tool that we use for all of our disciplines. So OT, speech therapy, physical therapy, and we can use it for kids of all ages, which is really cool. And I'm going to show you today how we put one together, why one is beneficial, and also how inexpensive it is, which is even better. So first things first is, what is a sensory bin? A sensory bin is it's a tool that we use, but it can be made at home. It's super simple. And it's used to stimulate all the senses of a child and to help with learning. So a lot of the senses that we use is to be able to touch, smell, hear. There are some too that you can use with food. So it could be taste, which is awesome if you're working on feeding skills. So the easiest thing to do to make a sensory bin is to find items that you already have around your house. Like here, we have one that we're using. It's a theme, and it's winter. And we also change them out for different holidays too, which is really fun. But this is the one that our Prep Academy uses. And I've got some other examples that you can do for any season or any time of the year, really. So the first thing you do is you start off with a bin. The bin can be something like you have already around the house. It could be a laundry basket. What I like, my favorite, are those rolling totes or underneath the bed totes, because they're long and they're not so deep. So this one here is not very deep. This actually goes into a sensory table. It does not have to be fancy at all. It can be a bowl from your kitchen. A lot of the items that we find for our sensory bin, we actually find in our kitchen. But you can find little things around your house first. So I suggest shopping your house before you go to the store to actually purchase things for this. But also too, when you go to the store, I usually head up either Walmart or Dollar Tree or Dollar General to get some of these supplies. So the first thing you want to do is start off with a base. This base is kind of like cotton balls. There are some cotton balls in here, and it looks like snow. We've got snowballs as well. And a lot of times our therapists like to use beans or rice or pasta, because those three things that you have around the house are easy and they're inexpensive. Some people get really fancy and they color their rice and their pasta, which is really fun, and they do it for different seasons. But today we're doing a basic sensory bin, which is easy. Then the next thing you do is you want to find some items to go in your sensory bin. And like I said before, because this is a themed winter sensory bin, we've got some little stuffed animals that are super cute. It's got Velcro on them, so they open and close. We've also got some cotton balls that you can find around your house, or some snowballs. And the other things that you want to put in here are some tools. So you can find toys to put in there and craft items like little sensory things or beads to work on some fine motor skills. But then you also want to add tools around your house. And when I say tools, it's really a lot of things like you would find around your kitchen. So a cup that you can use for scooping, dumping, pouring. Same thing for spoons. You can do large spoons. You can have these measuring spoons, even just a regular spoon. And then these fun tongs. Love these cute little ones. Another good one is a straw, because one of the things that we always work on with kids is deep breathing and breath control. This is really good for helping managing emotions and dealing with stress. We get kids to really breathe deep, and that helps with feeding as well, to build muscles. So what we like to do is find a straw, and they can, especially with these like the clouds from the snow, they can blow, or if it's water as your base, you can use this to blow bubbles, which is super fun. And then you can find other things around your house, like these are cute little snowflake stickers, again on the theme of winter. And what I found was one of our games that we had, the Bananagram. It's super fun, especially if you have older kids who are working on letter recognition, to be able to throw these in there and for them to find them all. One of the other areas that you can create a sensory bin is to actually create something that has a lot more texture to it. And so here we made our own snow, and making snow is super, super easy. You just need 2 ingredients. You need baking soda and shaving cream. You just mix these two together. We actually added a lot of baking soda, so I'm gonna add a little bit more shaving cream, but you just mix them together. And actually what's really cool is it doesn't really create too much of a mess on this one. But so for example, if you were gonna use this would be your base. And then you will add in the sensory things or your scoops into this. So this is actually now your base, and this is what you're utilizing as your sensory bin. So super, super fun options. I love that. For summertime, you can actually do bubbles. And then, or you can even do this in the bathtub and put different items in the tub and be able to work on their fine motor skills, self-feeding skills, which is awesome. This is really fun to work in group settings too, because they get to take turns, share, ask another peer for an object, or work together to build something, scoop, dump. This is also really good for language development because you're working on things like in and out and over and under and hiding things and trying to find certain items. So many things you can do with a sensory bin. Super easy, super fun, really easy to make. Our therapists like to customize these, like I said, for all the seasons and different themes for all kids of all ages. If you'd like more information on sensory bins, you can check out our social media. Sometimes we'll post some things on there with different examples. You can ask one of our therapists and check out more content. We'll also post pictures in this blog too for different examples that you can utilize. Contact us today if you want any more information for sensory bins. Thanks, guys.